Mark, good morning. Yeah. All right, and we're live on all the different platforms except for TikTok. That's going to go last. What am I looking for here? Yeah, annotation. Let's label some of this up. And we'll talk about the market. One sec. About the PPI numbers. Mark, I created a like affirmation channel and something else. The other one, FYI. I don't think you can post in there yet. It just doesn't have the permissions. But anyway, I created them, made some progress on that. All right, I'll probably put car in here as well. You think that's the one that's going to run today, Chris? I think that has potential. It's at that breakout point. All right, is everybody in here? No. All right, let's make sure everybody starts coming in. Anybody's having any trouble? Let's see. Yeah, high short interest, small float, pivotal bottom reversal point, good earnings guidance, it sounds like. I mean, a lot of room for 3 months, reset back to the pre 3 month gains. It's a great swing trade, great day trade, I think, coming up on car. A kind of path of victory day trade, by the way. The one you want to hold all day and just set your wide stop. Good morning. Human psyche is important. I look forward to posting. Yeah. Top performance starts in the mind. Confucius say. Well, I don't think we're ever. Maybe. I don't think we're gonna get that 541. I mean, it wrung out a lot of that short interest, but hey, maybe. All right. I am going to start talking about the market. There's not a ton of you in here yet, but I guess you keep showing up. Oh, yes, you are. Okay, good. Everybody's showing up. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go live on TikTok now, too, then. Morning, Brandon. There you are. All right. Let's focus on the opportunities today and on the market. I'll wait a moment for TikTok to warm up and then we'll go over this. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning, YouTube. Morning, Twitch. Morning, Twitter. And good morning, Discord. Good morning, Zoom. I did an Indian thing there. Good morning, everybody. What's up, E-Man? Thank you, man. Good morning. So, as I posted in the middle of the night last night, currencies were up across the board. That was definitely an indicator that when our markets opened, we were going to join the global sentiment on that and gap open. And we were on track for that. And that was based on news that the Russians are thinning out their troops along the border of Ukraine. So it was seen as a positive in that conflict, that tension. But then just a little bit ago, PPI report came out. That's Producer Price Index. And if how many of you, just don't understand what the hell that is, or have a cursory understanding of what the hell that is, but you'd love to crack the code and understand what the hell is PPI? How many people say, yo, please demystify that for me? Car doesn't have any volume at all. It will. It will. So PPI, the way that you really got to think about it, it used to be called in the 70s and before, used to be called the wholesale price index. And that's really a great way for you to finally wrap your mind around it. It's like the price that producers of products have to sell their items, not to consumers, but on the way to consumers, uh, based on their entire supply chain, right? And so PPI always precedes CPI because consumers then, uh, see the effects on it on their end. So PPI hit 9.7% this morning. We're almost at double-digit inflation now. 9.7% year over year on PPI, which is like wholesale pricing. It's called the Producer Price Index. And so because of all of the supply chain either issues or inflation going on for raw materials, they've got to raise their prices. And they wouldn't do that if they didn't have to, because they already have contracts with people. So usually there are limits from the PPI perspective on how much they can raise prices on their products with their retailers, if you will. And except in those contracts is usually a clause about, barring whatever the PPI numbers are. The PPI supersedes all. So this is going to definitely trickle down over the next however long it takes, with plus shipping and supplying and getting and everything stocked up, weeks. It's going to have some effects almost instantly, but weeks and coming months, it will be unavoidable that CPI is going to start hitting 9.7%. And this is exactly why hikes needed to start going in. And it is also another reason why hikes might not fix it for right away or for a while. And it's going to be a clunky, turbulent process as rate hikes start coming in and raw materials aren't changing. Their commodities, they're not changing their. It's not affecting commodities. So it's a dangerous, slippery slope to be late raising rates, and I think everyone feels we are. These numbers prove it, and I'm surprised the market is taking it as well as it is. We just went into two small down rallies, small down trends, pushes, legs. I'm surprised it's taking it as well as it is. It looks like also oil went up a little bit on, I think, the easing of tensions in Russia. But now it is also dipping on this whole PPI index report, probably that it's reacting to that. So that's going to be what affects the market today in a nutshell, is easing tensions in the geopolitical landscape, but domestically, U.S. businesses showing that they're just about to pop double-digit inflation. If we don't get this under wraps properly, we could hit 20% inflation fairly easily. It's been going up very fast. We could be at 15% in a month. And so, everything you worked hard for last year, every $100 bill that you have will then become worth $85 to you this year. I mean, Russia's already at almost 10%. So, other countries are already there. And if we're leading by example, we're kind of behind the ball. So also this morning, we're looking at CAR. Good morning, everybody on TikTok, by the way. Good morning. If you'd like to come check out our trading community, click the link in my bio. Love to invite you over to our trading community. Just come over to my profile. You have to exit the live, go over to my profile, and click the link in my bio. We all would love to see you there. But we're watching CAR, which is Avis budget rental car. They had decent earnings, and they're now opening above this key bottom reversal level. Let me point it out to you right here. Where we have a higher high and a higher low established, an uptrend off of the bottom. And this is due to the earnings that were just reported. And the last time they reported, it was a loss. And the previous time they reported, it was outstanding. So you can pretty much judge that we're going to go back to where they were profitable, right? So let's take a look at the chart. And we'll be able to see that. We just have to go back to the previous quarter and see, where were we? So other than a ridiculous pop after earnings, we hit 540, but we kind of settled in to about 280. So, that's the potential on this. CAR could go to 280 in the next, during this quarter. For the next 3 months, it may grind up to 280 and try and test that again. Might not be where it settles, but I think 280 is worth testing. So I think there's a good swing trade today if CAR ends up following through. It also could be a good just intraday hold. So long as you follow my path of victory and watch the pivots as far as pivot point trading goes, we should be able to hold CAR throughout the day, and we'll be watching that carefully for that. I don't think it's going to create any kind of momentum trade, perhaps for a moment, but I think the real play here is for the whole day to see if it can just grind up all day. So I wouldn't get too fanciful with your risk unit and your stop. I would put enough risk unit on to make sure that you can just hold it all day. In fact, let's take a look at the 2-minute chart and see if there's any indication of that already. I got to set my charts to include pre-market. Right, there we go. So we might be talking about $8 of risk, something like that. So we'll see what happens when the market opens, to be sure. All right, let's take a look at a couple of more stocks, but we're watching also IPW, Space, and DCFC. And Space seems to be crapping out on the inflation news. But DCFC we're continuing to look at that. And YNDX also looks good. And IPW for morning momentum plays. We'll see how those pan out. 15 minutes to the market open. And let's take a look at some charts. RTH EXT, choose EXT on the bottom right. Not seeing that. You talking about this little thing here? Not seeing that. Tell me where that is again. I'm very curious about that because I hate going into that little sub menu. Yes, tell me something I don't know. I'm always learning. Are we heading for a recession? Okay, it looks like it. However, the rate hikes could fix things, could also hurt things. We just have to see how this plays out. Some of the signals are getting really close to saying that, maybe after the summer this year, we're going to hit a recession. But some of the expert traders in the world say that we're going to be coming into a bull market in November. So, but that's hugely, that's really far away. So we have 9 months to correct, to chop, to fake out, to, basically you should be sidelined right now in any bear market, sidelined, and just in protectives and defensives like gold and the likes. And by the way, gold is close to yesterday's low, but spiking up a little bit this morning. SoFi. Let's take a look at SoFi. Somebody wants to look at SoFi. Yeah, SoFi does not look worthwhile from a technical analysis charting point of view. I mean, it's back to 12. I wouldn't put any money in there just because the rate in which you would get a return. Right now, the technical analysis in the chart says this has a negative return. And always trust your eyes, not your ears. In everything in life. DSS. Oh man, I wish I could have started shorting that a while ago. If you've got some DSS, just forget about it. Please stop getting into penny stocks. There's companies like Apple that are good, proven companies. Much safer place to put your money if you're trying to get your money to go up in value versus risking it on something that somebody said. Again, trust your eyes, not your ears. Yeah. Hey, Chris. Good morning, Daniel and Dondrell, Hector. What's up, Cameron, Cesar, Brandon? I already said hello, and I also mean Chris Moran, James, Jonathan, Mac, Marcus, Mark. We've got a bunch of Marks. Mike, there you are. You got in nice and smooth today, huh? All right. Mike W, Mr. M, Mikey, Rebecca, Scott, Saeed, and Veer. For you guys over on TikTok, if you'd like to come check out our trading community, just click the link in my bio. All right. You bought 400. What? I bought 450 SPY calls. 1 minute. All right. I didn't catch your full message there, but you got 450 calls. It sounds like that's out of the money calls. I wonder what your expiration was. You could have lost a ton of money in theta. Just a waste of money, but you're right. But if you're wrong, it's just, it's really wasted money. You're just blowing in the wind. So be careful. Don't ever buy, really, truly, very rarely, unless you really are an expert on these markets and trading, stay away from out of the money options. It's just not a positive outcome in the end. You can do it 20 times and then you'll be broke. Might be good once, 3 times. Intel for a swing. So about Nokia, it's topping on this recent move, and until it can break to the upside, do a Darvis breakout, then It doesn't look like outlook not good. There's nothing to put your money into on that. Rebecca, Intel. Oil is high and oil might be topping. Oil might top out soon, like in a month. It could get over 100 for sure. But yeah, it could be topping. Intel, I think it's quite negative on Intel. And look at what you have to look forward to. This is the last like 4 years of Intel. I think you can see that your money's going nowhere. And it looks like the reaction to the last earnings report was negative. So I'd stay away from Intel. You know what's doing great? Better is Nvidia. Much better. However, right now I'm just in a like 30-day short on Nvidia. So I do believe that's what's going to happen there. We've got 8 minutes until the open. And DCFC is starting to pick up some steam. If it can get over VWAP, get over 10.5, we might have a trade there on DCFC. I'm going to put it on my C screen. Monitor the volume to see if it picks up a lot. Yeah, Hector, I was just talking about that. I think that oil could get over 100 in the coming month. And then if we got runaway inflation or further inflationary issues that hikes can't fix, oil could really rip. Could get 120, 140. So, yeah, be in DIG and USO, DIG and USO the next month. But be ready to cut in case there's some kind of a negative reaction to the rate hikes. But there's DIG, by the way. DIG has a really good profile and good options liquidity for trading energy. What about buying Google before the split? That's a great question. I'm glad you posed it. It looks like right now nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it, right? This is what I'm saying. Believe your eyes, not your ears. Look at the chart. That's not happening yet. So, but it could start heating up. Most people do run-up plays like a month before the split. And remind me of when the split is. I think it's in June or July. So, yeah, that could happen. If Google gets down to a price that you like it at, you could try for that. But be prepared to be wrong and watch out for, this pivot break right here would not be good. If Google falls below 2,500, that's a huge bearish signal. We would not want to see that. That's like one of those. If that happens, that's going to be one of those headlines in print in the coming weeks. That day it's going to be Google's hot spot. Always something each day that's tearing this market down, And Google is going to be the story one day if this continues. And just everything's going to be breaking down. There's easily room for 20% more correction. Easily, probably 40 or 50% from here. However, with PEs coming in and good PEs, good earnings coming in, that could be improved. So that's why I say 20%. I think 20% is in order. Big drop on AAP, huh? Okay, let me take a look at that. Oops, I pulled up Apple. Apple, acting like a safe haven asset practically. Yeah, so that thesis didn't pan out, Chris, but it was a good one. I liked it. The idea here on Advanced Auto Parts, AAP, was that the earnings report would be a surprise. And actually, let's see. I think it may have been. Let's see. It was actually a surprise, but the problem was guidance. So this is why I say that if you try to play earnings, you can only be right 25% of the time, and that it doesn't mathematically work out because the options plays that you're going to end up getting are at max volatility, and when the next day, when the market opens, the volatility drops so much that you could be right and you'll be wrong. Not to mention that you could be wrong and you'll be wrong. And then there's also you could have been right about your earnings, but wrong about the guidance. And it's at maximum a 25% chance that you're going to be right, and you can't have much control with a call or a put. That's a coin flip. You're picking a direction. So that earnings plays are negative EV. I just flat out recommend don't do them unless you're selling the options and you've got that under control. Let somebody else take the bet and you sell it to them. Hey, what's my Discord? It's in the link in my bio. Just got to click it. Here, I think I have a link I can put here now. Comment. I believe this will take you right in. There you go. If you're able to copy and paste that. Thoughts on CCL? We've got 3 minutes to the market open. Let's get on our toes. We're looking to see if CAR will run today. Just grind up. But it's already flopping out, failing out before the opening bell. So we shall see. Carnival Cruise Lines. Yeah, if you look, there's been so many false starts that the cruise lines are going to be reflating and getting back into, earning incomes. It's just all baked in at this point. All the price expectancy is all baked in. They're saying that by the end of the summer, everything should be functioning. So, but how long do you want to hold? I mean, it could be a year before we see any positive results coming in. So, it might be a good 1 year play. It's at 22 now. In a year, maybe it'll be at 44. That's 100% in 1 year. If you're interested in that, stuff 1 or 2% of your portfolio into it, But don't go whole hog, because you know what they say, pigs get slaughtered. Cavill wanting to run again? Cavill's been on a really nice run, and from a swing perspective, it doesn't look over yet. Now the day trading of it might continue to be tricky, but we're teetering right here on this point where it could just run and fill the gap all the way up to 5. So yeah, it could be worth planting some seeds there, But I think that you should just pick a wide stop on the swing trade chart, on the daily chart. Get an allocation that equals a very small amount of risk for you. Should it hit the stop, and just let it gestate for a couple more days or a week. See how it goes. I think day trading it. We might be able to get a little smidge out every day, but it's going to come with a lot of risk and uncertainty. All right, we got 45 seconds until the market opens. And again, PPI index came in almost at 10% inflation. So things not looking good moving forward with inflation. And so that's going to really put handcuffs on growth stocks being tech, innovation leaders. They're going to get they probably are going to get hammered today. I think the market's actually taking the numbers kind of well, so we'll see. But that is the possibility that tech is going to pull back a little bit today. Tech and growth. Here we go. Let's see how the entire market reacts. now at the open. And I'm watching DCFC also for a break above 10.5. Like AMC and GME and Nokia. There's little aftershock tremors there that you can trade, but overall, I can find better trades every single day. So that's my opinion on all that. I think 85% of what you would have gotten out of that's already been juiced. YNDX, there's a breakout with this on YNDX. I definitely think that that's a good risk to take. Opportunity over on YNDX, YNDX, for about $1 of risk, depending on where it is right now. Stop would be at 49. So calculate your risk and get on YNDX. Do not day trade options. Calculate your risk and get the shares. We're going long on that. XLF for a day trade. It's not looking like it's happening. Use the first 1, 2, 3, and 5 minute intervals of the opening range to gauge direction for at least the first 30 minutes or hour here. And it's looking like financials not reacting like I think you think they were going to react based on your interest in that. 51 on YNDX right now and holding. DCFC holding around 10.2. If it can break 10.5, I like that trade. It's got to break it though, 10.51. CAR with a full-on crap out. I mean, I'm talking like 15, 20, 25 points from the high. Nobody wants it. Everybody's unloading. That's it. They're done with CAR. They don't like the guidance on that report. They're not going to be in there. Come back in a quarter and we'll check on you. Everybody's getting the hell out of CAR. So, as you know, you day traders, you might see that as an opportunity. There might be opportunity there. Already dropped 25 points for puts. And again, I say don't trade day trade options. But the exception to that rule is if you know what you're doing, you've maybe been with me for a while and you know when those exceptions can come up. Follow my path of victory and make it happen. All right. Here's my link to our trading community for those looking for it on TikTok. And also you can, hey, there goes YNDX. There goes YNDX. When you guys get in something, let me know. Say in, whatever it is, and then number of shares or number of contracts. If you have shares, just type 27, whatever it is. If you have contracts, type +3, something like that. That way I know you're in it. I can gauge how much we need to care. All right, Chris. Very nice. So over on YNDX, you do want to be taking 5 to 20% profits on your position, just beneath every dollar level. It actually hit that briefly, 51.99. So when you get up there again, 51.8, 51.9, do make sure you take 5 to 20% profits depending on how sketchy it's looking and feeling. If it feels kind of sketchy, you err towards 20%. If it feels like you don't even want to sell any, but you must, you take 5%. So gauge that. All right, Rebecca, perfect. Let me pull up Cavill over here. And Cameron, keep me posted on halts. All right, yeah, Cavill doing 2.8 to 3.10. This could be the full move for the day might get packed into the first couple minutes here. So be careful, watch your stops. And Rebecca's also in Fun, PHUN. I'll take a look at that. Zillow. Somebody would like me to check out the chart on Zillow. So Zillow with pretty nice bottom reversal being put in from earnings the last 3 days. So you might be able to grab that. Yeah. You could swing that though. It would be a swing trade. And I put the stop below yesterday's candle or even below today's candle if you think it can keep it up today. But if you think that it needs a little Viagra to keep it going, you might want to use yesterday's candle low to be sure. But then the pivotal point for it to break is 65, where I have an alert set up there. That's where I would like to get in. That's when I don't need Viagra on that one anymore. All right. So YNDX, it's got good demand, but anything can happen here. It's feeling quite supported. Oh, that was the wrong one as far as the big chart. And it just needs to, if it can just do it, if it can just get over 52, that's going to be pivotal. Oh, I'm all set. Yeah, but can you warm that up? So, like 20 seconds? Because don't throw that away. I paid for that one. Thank you. But thank you for the new copy. Bring the other one back too. Appreciate it. Carg blasted up 6%. Did it break out? Let's see. Not really, not yet, but I do like what I'm seeing. Yeah, absolutely. If it can get, something's alerting on Andy. Let's go take a look. So anyway, if that can get over about 36 on Carg, I would take a look at how it does so. Like if it's on high volume and it's a nice big breakout day, and maybe get in. All right, fun. Yeah. Also, really running. Good picks, Rebecca. Good team here, huh? Glad to have you giving us some things you've found. Which scanner are you using? It was Tesla? No, because the Tesla alert breakout goes bring. This one that goes BDD is TradingView. But yeah, this is awesome. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here on Andy. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. I am going to go alert that. That is a swing trade. It could be 3 or 15 days worth of upside, momentum breakout upside on Andy. Posting that swing trade now to the alerts. And then I'm going to get in. You guys can figure it out if you want to get in yourself, but I'm getting it all up now. Stop at 39, risk 50 cents. This is going to be a beautiful one if it works out. The reward is going to be great. There you go. The alert is off. ANDE. All right, I'm going to go pick my option on that. By the way, we are getting some strength in value. That makes total sense. So like I said, growth is going to have some handcuffs on today. And but value is looking good. I think if you want to find what you were thinking with XLF, well, actually, it looks like it's starting to happen now. Yeah, and XLI, and XLU, and XLP. It makes total sense. Value, defensives, industrials, inflationary stocks. Ideally we'd see energy popping, and I think it is while oil's going down because maybe perhaps natural gas is equalizing. I'll take a look at that in a minute, but I got to get into this Andy swing. Oh, ANDE. ANDE. So I'm going to pick an option out on that. Hopefully they're well priced. It does not look necessarily like they are. Oh, that's the February though. Could be better on the March. Let's see. Yeah, much better on the March. Not a lot better, but much better, because February was not looking good. Yeah, I'm going to grab the 35 March 18th calls, and I'll put in a bid at the mid. Bid at the mid. Here she goes. See how they react to me hitting the mid. Will they take it, or will they make it sit there? They're making it sit there. All right, I'm going to let it sit there for 5 minutes, and then I'll move it up. But yeah, that's what I'm going after, the 35 all on there. All right, let's get back to the market overview, sectors by sector. It looks like fun, Rebecca, has crapped out on you. Yeah, exit your fun. Cavill couldn't do it. Looks like it's triple topping at 315. I would just flat out exit. YNDX also neckline breakdown, exit at 51.2, and it's lower now. It's a full on exit on YNDX. Get all out of all those positions. Not 38.28. Nope. Nope, Mr. M. 39. We're going to go to the bottom of today. Bottom of today. That's why. Doesn't always have to be. It's not like a hard and fast rule that it must be yesterday's low. You know, it could even be the pivot point low. You pick them based on what we're seeing. I'll teach you more about that soon enough. Space Insight. All right. So I've got B big up. This looks like the same as all of them, Cavill and Fun. It did pop, but unless it can re-break out at 332, actually it's going to try. Looks like it has way too big of a float, though, based on how I'm seeing the level 2. Not sure how much potential there is, you guys. Hey, Jake, good morning. Cavill now starting to curve up off of support at VWAP. Cavill, KAVL. All right, let's pull up Space. Somebody wanted to know about Space. So Space does remain bearish pretty much long term. Long term, medium term, and short term, Space is bearish. It's not breaking any records to the upside. Okay, Cameron says IMTE has halted. Thank you, James. Also, yeah, I'm going to take B big off. If it breaks out of 332, I really don't think it has the potential. IMTE. Okay, IMT was at 640, opened at 640, and just halted at 748, and it's indicating to open at 765. So there's a lot of demand during the halt. So this isn't over yet. So be prepared, my best traders, for grabbing it on the pullback, the sell-off, once it becomes unhalted. It's going to be unhalted in about 4 minutes. What about snow? Let's see. So snow is starting to look a lot like, what was the other one somebody had me look at this morning? Was it Zillow? It was Zillow. No, it wasn't Zillow, but Zillow looks really bad. Anyway, this is the problem. Here's the problems on this chart. Show you. So we have this previous high, which could not be topped. So that's failed retest on the daily chart, right? And then you have this appreciation period that it went through, and it tried to fake people out, but then it had another failed retest and then neckline breakdown. Boom. So this is now it's now in bearish and in corrective period. So it's a negative bet. So either short it or stay away from it, you know. however you want to look at it, but it's not long. Ah, there goes Cavill. All right, who got in? Cavill. Thanks, Elliot. That's funny. NVIDIA, sure. Yes, got to pull out of what? Which one? The one I was just talking about. I don't even remember what it was, but all right, thanks. Yeah, you probably should. It's just going to keep going. You're not going to like that. Yeah, I'm in NVIDIA short, actually. Got in at the peak here at the top of this bearish channel. So if that doesn't work out, I'll stop out up there somewhere. But if it does, the potential is really nice. We got a move like 265 down to 185 in order. All right, Chris, ENPH is moving. Well, maybe for a day trade. But it looks like it's going to take a while for it to get me back in. Earnings were good, and it does indicate bottom reversal due to that. But it's going to take a little bit for me to actually grab a swing trade on that. I use a lot of different platforms, but you're looking at the bigger chart here is TradingView, and the little charts here are Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade. You guys over on TikTok, if you'd like to come check out our trading group, just click the link in my bio. TC is spiking. Tissy. Is Tissy having a tissy? Oh, a very nice bottom reversal on Tissy. And let me check the volume on that. Yesterday really was the indication to get in. So today's move, you're already losing swing trade reward and upside. So you could get into that if you like. But for a swing trade, I highly recommend. Long, and it could be a while. Could take several months, but it could be worthwhile. And I'd set your stop to the bottom of today's candle with no exceptions. So that's 0.9. Ternium, TX, is it a good investment? Is this the one you're talking about, Ternium? All right, somebody's asking about this one, Ternium. I like what I see, but I believe it's in a corrective period now, and that can last a year. So you might not get any appreciation on your money. You can stalk it, STALK. You can stalk it and wait for a breakout entry and see what happens from there. But I put a tight stop on it and just expect that would be special and rare, and more probable that you're not going to get continuation. It's in a corrective topping stage. Philip Morris still going. All right, we're in Philip Morris. I mean, it's just breaking out and just doing fantastic. Yo, good morning, Jackson. Welcome, buddy. You guys out there on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter. I have to remember Twitch, Twitter. Say hello. Let me see your chat come up here. Baba, Apple, for sure. Philip Morris swing trade, loving it. How about you, Marcus? Did you get in? Excellent. Gonna roll. Where are you at right now? What percentage are you at? I like to pick 100%, but if it's a big candle, you can make an exception at like 65%, anything like that. Mine as well, you know? Yeah. Mine as well, especially, 3 days in a row like that. Get your base limit to rise up. Don't give back any of that money. Baba, yeah, thanks. Yeah, no, Baba's still long-term bearish ever since it broke down. I mean, you could have made a lot of money shorting it from 280. And it's not certain if that's over. It certainly does not look like an opportunity. Good morning. Let's see how NVIDIA is reacting today. So the market's going sideways. Just going to hang out here apparently for the moment. Or if a pattern like yesterday persists, new lows of the day will indicate continued further downside. I just talked about space. Continued long-term bearish outlook. No reason to be in it. Which name, Dundrell? Space? Yeah, that's interesting, right? Yeah, why is everybody like, what about space? What about space? It must be something they're talking about in a pump group, right? Maybe the short interest is high, or somebody want to look that up. The next victim. Base is quite dead. What about coin? Yeah. Yeah. Bearish. Down, down, down. Long-term bearish is what it looks like. So, yeah, nothing to work on there. Mark, are you able to do any? Is anybody, Jackson? Are you able to give? Things have changed. People are now white again in the group. Jackson, are you here and able to help? Let me know. Okay, or Mark. I think Mark is busy. I'm not sure. Mark or Jackson? Okay, Jackson. I need you to go find Danielle, DANIELL, double L, in the online people listed, and slap them on subscriber. They're good till May. You might want to put that in their notes. Roblox, sure. Let's take a look at Roblox. I'm curious. So Roblox put in a 4-point reversal pattern off the bottom here on the daily. Where it goes from here, very curious, but it looks like earnings are tonight. So let's wait for it and not be a fucking degenerate, right? Let's wait till tomorrow. Ask me again tomorrow. If you play earnings, you know nothing about the stock market. Do not play earnings plays. You need to wait for the earnings and then play them the next day. Otherwise, you're just gambling. Like, you might as well go to Vegas. It's a lot more fun. What do you say, Jackson? Vegas or the stock market for gambling? Yeah, hence the term lotto. Yeah. You know, the only time I ever play lottery tickets is when it's positive expected value. And if you understand math and probabilities and statistics, that would be when the amount that you could win, assuming you won't be splitting it with anyone, is more than the probability that you have to win. So, you know, assuming $1 per ticket. If it's $2 per ticket, then, you know, obviously the amount needs to be double the probability. So if it's like 180 million to 1, you're going to need like $360 million reward. If you're at that point, it's break even. If there's more, it's now positive EV. You could throw as much money as you want it, and in the long run, that is a positive bet. Yeah, geez. Yeah, maybe, Jackson, we need to go to Vegas. We need to do a trading summit in Vegas, so we can talk about how to properly risk your trades and not be a degenerate, and then go ahead and go downstairs and wring out some of that degenerate juice at the craps table, at roulette, whatever it is. If people need that, you know. But maybe an even better example would be that I teach you all winning poker, and we all go downstairs and we set at a couple tables and we put it to the test, and you start to learn about good money management and risk management at the poker tables. We could do that. That sounds like a fun plan. So did you get him? Did you get her? Him? Did you find it, Jackson? Hey, I got that fill. Did you hear that? I got that fill. Yeah, you got, well, okay, so they're not showing up though. Did you slap subscriber on it? I'm not seeing them there. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe they just went offline or something, but I'm not seeing it there. Daniel, yeah, but let me just double check here. Got it. Did you get in? Let's ask. Be big. We already went over that. Maybe you want to know about Be Big in the grander scheme of things. Well, Be Big actually is putting in a bullish double bottom. So this could be the bottom for Be Big around here. And, you know, hey, it's only $3.30 with potential of retesting $5 just to test. That would be an incredible return just to test the previous pivot point. So there's a lot of potential right now, and it's green over red right now. I think, you know, picking up a 1% allocation is in order on Be Big and holding it for a couple of days or weeks, and then selling it off into about the $5 region. There you go. Nice little penny stock swing trade. Jackson, is the Danielle that you're looking at like a frog face looking dude? I want to verify that. I'm moving on to the next person. Jackson, you added Danielle, but now don't see them. Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. If you're able to go over to server settings or something and look at members, Jackson, that's where you could see everything. Not on the other side where it says members necessarily. I don't know if you're able to do that. Maybe as moderator it allows you. Sorry to bother, but you have 1,000 in cash, and I want to start with stocks. I'm going to give you the best advice right now, sir. Put that aside and continue to build upon it. And then instead, take my market mastery lessons. They're only $7, and learn, and then paper trade. Start to practice with simulated trading. Don't actually start to trade that $1,000. 90% of new traders lose 90% of their money, which means everything, because when you're down to $100, it's gone in the first 90 days. And that is a statistic, that is a fact, backed up by brokerage. Okay, good. Thank you, Jackson. Next up is Now It Starts, if you can find that person, but don't do anything yet. I'm working with them, just talking with them. Jackson, are you able to talk with Kumar, Kumar? Need your help to get through these things so I can continue to work on the market. Car looks like it's going to break down to break another new low. I'd say it's potentially worth the risk right now. It's a coin flip with $5 a risk stop at 175. It's currently 170. If you've got puts on car, keep holding. If you don't, this could be a nice spot to wait it out and see if we can break a new low. Oh, no, sir. Let me give you the link on that. That's another person's. I'm the second link on Google at the moment. It flip-flops back and forth all the time. Here, let me get you the link. No. Here you are. There you are. Okay, much better. Did I talk to you about Kumar? What about Kumar? Yeah. Can you hit him up if you can find him? Hit him up and go through the whole process. Not the white blue thing and the check mark. We don't have that anymore. Everything's been fixed on that. Nobody needs to do that anymore. Okay. You can start now asking them if they have a membership to transfer, otherwise getting them on the monthly, et cetera, et cetera. Check. Good. Yeah, you bet. There you go. What's going to happen with BBIG? Like I just said, this looks like a good spot to pick up like a 1%, 2%, 5% allocation. Put your stop at $3. It's only 33 cents a risk. And hold until it starts to test 5 in a couple days or weeks. Yep, Derek. Yep, I absolutely will be. In fact, I'm going to post that because I think that's a decent trade. So this is going out in alerts. I guess I could have said that to you just now. Hey, it's got an alert from you. What about me? No way. You're gonna have to write these down, Jackson. I got 2 more for you. You ready? I don't want you to forget or me to forget. Let me know. Yeah, penny stock, be big, looking good. I'm gonna make that alert, but I got two more for you, Jackson. If somebody type them in. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, can you try contacting the Pearl Earl? And now it starts, and go through the process with them. Mark, we no longer have the white blue thing. All that you can skip that whole step. That's all been perfectly fine. Just ask them if they've joined the server, the new server, and then next step is ask them if they have a membership to transfer. The way I told you before with the monthly, annual, lifetime, and all that. Thanks. All right, getting back to you guys over on everywhere. What are we looking at here? IMTE. It's below VWAP now, so I'm not like an IMTE. Cavill, below VWAP, and bounced off of it on the retest. So bad. Cavill, no good. This is why I stay away from non-pre-market picks. YNDX, maybe at best, could be an ABCD pattern coming up. So just give me some confirmation, Mark. And there you go. Thank you, Mark, that you heard me and all that good stuff. Copy that. We need freaking walkie-talkies. What about Neo? Okay, let's pull up Neo and take a look at Neo. Just 1 second. Okay, good, Mark. I just told them that you're trying to reach them. All right, Lucid 2. Sounds good. I'm short Lucid. It's right out of the pivotal point, and the potential for it to break down and continue to break down exists. So, but it's not fully confirmed yet. It's hanging right there by a thread, and that's where we're at with Lucid right now. It remains to be seen if it will continue, but I'm in on that opportunity. Today is certainly an okay time to get into that opportunity, as it is at the top of the base of consolidation that's been going on for the last few weeks on it. All right, I still want to get into Be Big, so let's work on that. I'm going to get that alert set up for you guys. Okay. The Pearl Earl says that he's just not going to respond right now. He's thinking about stuff or something, and he's going to talk to me after the market closed today. So there you go. That's the update on the Pearl Earl. The man. All right. Here comes our next alert. It's at 35, so 35 cents of risk. Stop is going to be posted there. Oh, all right. So there's the chart. All right. I'm going to go grab that. We already got Andy. Pull up Neo 2, by the way. So the March 18 on BBIG could be just perfect, but let's look at the liquidity of these options. Yeah, they're worthwhile. So make your 35-cent risk calculation to the 1% rule and figure out how many shares that works out to be. Match that to delta, and then you can figure out how many contracts you can get. So you can either get shares or contracts, and I recommend shares if you can't get very many contracts. If you can't get more than 3 contracts, I recommend shares because you want to be able to take partial exits over the course of the next few weeks. Delta 69 for the 3 strike call March 18. Right. That's probably what I'm going to try to attack is the 3. Putting in my order at the mid. I think it's going to take right away. And it's just a penny away and pretty damn liquid. Really tight spread. 3% spread. What's gone wrong, like in the markets? When? Today or in the last month or in the last 5 months? It's a, difficult question to answer. It depends on what you're talking about. Somebody says Cavill is coming back. I would trust Cavill about as far as I can throw it. What can you buy? What's your situation, Boss what? Boss Martin. Everybody on TikTok, how's it going? Go ahead and click the link in my bio in order to come on over to our trading group. Come check it out. I have a very bright room. Oh, okay, thanks. I got to get this window blocked off this week. It would really help with the cool lighting. Yes, I was talking long call. Yeah, on BBIG. I still did not get that filled. That's concerning. Going to go check on that order now. It should have filled within 3 minutes. Happened. All right, it's just a penny more now. That's all. Here we go. This should fill. There we go. All right, I'm very happy with that fill and that option. It actually says maybe it only filled one contract so far. I just got to wait for somebody to hit my bid. Yeah, Justin, you can do that, but only if the spread is tight. I put an order in for multiple contracts, and so far it filled not the entire order. It only filled one, so I'm going to keep it there on the bid, let it sit there, see if anyone's desperate to sell. But you got to watch out, for that spread. Be careful. You're talking quality liquid option. Way to go, Mark. You handled that one perfectly. Making progress. Thank you for the help very much, Mark and Jackson. And I'm going to send you a message, Mark, a very helpful message that you can let people know. I'm going to put that in here. And same with you, Jackson. You can say the following to people at a certain point. Ten four, eh? Did you see that? Jonathan, yo, you have to set up all your charts again? My goodness. The 8, might even choose the 8 WMA or EMA. Okay, write them down. You're going to write these down? Okay. The 8, let's just say EMA. And then the 20 SMA, the 50 SMA, the 100 SMA, and the 200 SMA. That's what you need. Thoughts on BABA? Yeah, bearish. That hasn't really changed. Bearish long term. Do I ever use the 800 EMA? No, where were you reading about that? That'd be like a 2-year on the daily chart. Well, God, no. What would that be? That'd be like a 3-year. I don't, at the point you're looking at a fucking 800 moving average on, let's say, the daily chart, you might as well just do some fundamental analysis and look at like quarterly earnings and just base it off of that. Base your investment decision off of that. The 800, yeah. Is that a magic number? I haven't heard that one. Get that, or are you just joking? So the markets are really tight and going sideways right now. Which restaurant brands? Share rise on beat. Something I came across in terms of big money pays attention to the 800. Yeah, who said that? Little money? That's interesting, I'm always interested. More knowledge, right? More knowledge. But yeah, DWAC just going to settle in at 90, I guess. Where is it right now? 80. The last attempt at a continuation of the trend failed. So I see it as a failed retest, double failed retest neckline breakdown basically coming up. So I think DWAC is going to return to about, testing the 60s and the 50s over the next few weeks. Pretty short term. ITME woke up. All right. Well, everybody, you're welcome to go check out ITME and do what you will with it. So CAR did break 165. Did anybody get puts on CAR? Around 170, 170 was when I talked about it, but also this morning we were looking for just grabbing puts off of the open. Maybe some of you got it at 180, 185, whatever that is. You're still short CAR. All right, just follow that path of victory and watch your pivots, and you should be able to hold it to fruition. What is this indicator on the chart? Oh, that's my indicator. It's based on the EMA fill indicator on TradingView. So you can pull up something and you might be able to get it working for you the way I've got it here, the EMA fill. But mine is a modified EMA fill that's mine. Or maybe you're talking about this one. This is my trend guard indicator. And you can go on to TradingView and search indicators for Trend Guard, and it will be called the E3 Trend Guard. And that's helps you stay in trades and get out when it breaks when it violates the other side of the band, the Trend Guard band. Yeah, car's going well. Saeed, when did you get in? All right, nice. Yep, and I'm in too. Be big. Yeah, if you get into one of my alerts, put an emoji on it or something that says in or whatnot. You're at 20% profit. All right, good. That's going to keep going down. And Saeed, do you know how to follow the path of victory or pivot points? Or are you using my trend guard on the 2 minute? That can work well. Maybe even the 3 minute, depending on how volatile it is. Justin, are you the one that's in? Or you just got in? All right. Cameron, you're in? Yeah. That's going to be a fun one. It seems quite possible, does it not, on B-Big? It seems like a good trade to me. A good swing. We're talking about a double, almost a double. But then with options, much better versus a 35-cent risk. Yeah. And we're looking at almost like a 7 or 8 to 1. I'll take that any day. Yeah, be big. Hell yeah. What else you guys want me to look at over on TikTok? If you have any questions about the market, you guys in the group here, let me know. And Space up another 5%, says D-Cup Toe Juice. Asana, somebody wants to look at Asana. Virgin Galactic is far from a dead company. Yeah, it's $2.1 billion from being dead. How much does it cost to build spaceships? I'm pretty sure they're a little bit pricey. 250 million or more, I'd say. They've got some reserves, but that's not looking too good. Asana, let's take a look. Yeah, so a couple days ago I alerted, get in Asana, bottom pivot reversal. We're in Asana. That day trade is still going. James Webb was 10 billion. Wow. Actually, I think that's pretty good, right? I mean, all considering, I guess, the technology, and I mean, technically, it's made out of gold, so you had to buy that. Yeah, I know. TMC. the metals company. I mean, not sure what you missed, but that's bearish. Nothing to see here. Yeah, there's no trade there unless you can go short. And even then, I think it's kind of bottoming. That doesn't mean to get in. You should get in things that go up, not down, and not sideways. And then remember, trust your eyes, not your ears. Yeah, Cavil's just, dead cat bouncing on the day. Overall, like I said, as a swing trade, I think it's very good. And I think I said that yesterday, possibly the day before. I think yesterday for sure. So, anybody's positioning on Cavil can be worth the risk. Yeah, Brandon, good job, man. It's really, these consolidations that are going on like this morning can really break out once they do. What you want to do is look to see which index is most precariously close, because that's the index that may be leading. And then take that index. If it's leading, then it's the relative strength or weakness on the day. And then, dial in your day trades that you're going to pick to whatever lines up with that index, whether it's growth, S&P 500 stock, industrials, financials. That's why you want to have 10 or 20 favorites and in all different fields to be able to trade and be watching them every day. I think we looked at SoFi earlier. Yes, that's the one. That was the one which I said Zillow was starting to look like it was turning out like, no, something else we were talking about. But that's the one. Yeah, SoFi failure here to retest this high, failure here to retest that high, neckline breakdown failure here, and continued downtrend. So SoFi just really failing out. There's no reason to be in it. There's no reason to get in it. And you don't know how low it's going to go if this is the end. So there's no reason to get in it short either. There's no trade here on SoFi. There's no trade here. There's no investment here. There's no valuable use of your time money, your money time. Pull up the NASDAQ 100. Always first to get dumped or sometimes pumped. Not always. Yesterday, the industrials were leading and value stocks were leading, and growth was like, oh no, I'm sorry. Yesterday is what you said. Today, that's what was kind of happening. Value stocks are moving and industrials, and growth and SPY kind of just hanging out in the middle. All right, let's get a little update on the market here. And then we might be calling the morning session just around here, unless you guys got some good questions or good opportunities we can pull up. Yeah, market sideways. Everything's sideways. Energy, financials, everything is sideways. Futures on crypto, sideways. The VIX sideways. Nothing's budging. Nothing is budging. Perhaps we're waiting on a Fed report that I just missed this morning. But we had PPI numbers, which were alarming. We may preemptively be hitting double-digit inflation on the next report. And it might not slow down the supply chain, the inflation on the supply chain. So we might not see price correction even with rate hikes. We might not see price correction with rate hikes just because there's a wholesale floor in that you can't. What are you going to do? Sell at a loss? Retailers need to make money. They're not going to sell at a loss. So it could cause like a retail crash. All of a sudden earnings, no one can buy because rate hikes diminish your ability to access borrowed money. to access further money than what you have, right? So it clamps down on excess spending. And if that happens and retailers and wholesalers can't lower their floor for months, you're going to have uh, a real gap start to exist between supply and demand, and rate hikes are not going to solve that. They're going to make it worse. So, we could really be in for something very interesting over the next few months. I think the Fed waited too long. They should have staved this off earlier, before it hit 7. Yeah, Amazon appears to be retracing into yesterday's move, but it's a bit of a retracement trade. Somebody wanted to point out that Amazon's moving down a bit. It's not really worthwhile. I think, it's not worth trading today. Fubo. Yeah, let's take a look at Fubo. Triple bottom on the Qs. It's ranging. Triple top too, right? It's ranging. So is SPY. And so is the industrials. But until the industrials can get up to the top there, 350.76, we're not sure if it's ranging. Maybe industrials are in a downtrend. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me pull up Fubo. Where can you learn how to day trade? I have video lessons. Let me give you the link. Just join the group. Is there any entry I can take? Hey, welcome. Wakas, how do I pronounce your name? Do you know how to phonetically tell me how to pronounce your name? I'd like to pronounce your name correctly from this point forward. Still waiting for direction. Yesterday we talked about the 3-key break on Carnival. That is right, Chris. That is true. Wakas. All right. Yeah, I got it. Wakas. So Wakas, my alerts are over in Chart Trader Alerts. Go check out that channel now. And some of those alerts for swing trades, some stuff you can get into, swing trades, you may still be able to get into just fine, are still ripe for entry. We all just sounded it out. Wakas. Maybe we can just call you Wakanda. Wakas. Fubo, also, somebody I was asking about Fubo. Fubo looks terrible. I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings. But look, we've got a 3-time failure to retest previous highs, which in itself was a failure to retest highs. And then we had trend line breakdown and neckline breakdown. And then this reestablishment of an attempt to do better. I promise I can do better. No. And then breakdown. And then previous breakdown. So you tell me a positive about Fubo that you see. Don't tell me things you hear. Trust your eyes, not your ears in trading. There's no reason at all to put money into Fubo. Find something that's going up, like Apple. Find a good company. If you want your money to appreciate, like go up, you don't choose Fubo. You choose Apple. Tesla is looking really great here. Maybe it'll go lower. Maybe it'll get into the 600s. We'll see. But the future's looking great for Tesla. It's going to double in a year based on the forward PE. Yeah, Boyle, natural gas. Ben, space is over as far as that goes. It's, anything below $10, it's hard to squeeze further juice out of that. I was shorting space. I think from 22, and that's what you want to do. And I just kept rolling down. Now it's at 963, and it's like, finding support in the 8 area, it's hanging out around 10. That could go on for months. So I think we'll find better opportunities. Don't worry. All right, let's take a look at the natural gas somebody asked about. Natural gas looks like it's triple topping, head and shouldering. So maybe that's an indication that it's going to drop. If things escalate in Russia, there will be a shock, though, just like you saw here. Went from 32 to 52. So if you want to position for potential supply shock on natural gas, there's going to be a percentage of shock from that geopolitical activity. All right, you guys, if you want to subscribe, if you want to come check out our trading community, all you got to do is go to the link in my bio or the link over there, wherever it is, on Twitch or whatever platform you're checking out. And I'm going to see all members in there right now. It's been a very good morning trading session. I think we had full control of this market. Nobody had any problematic losses. Everyone's being careful with their money properly in this high VIX environment. And we are holding in there. YNDX actually is starting to cup and handle a little bit. Keep an eye on YNDX. If it breaks 51.7, that may be a breakout. Here it comes, 51.6, 51.62, 65, 66. 51.7 will be a breakout for stop at 51.10, so 60 cents of risk. All right, that's YNDX, YNDX. All right, take care, everybody. I'll see you in the group. See you in a moment in the subscriber zone. Good morning session.